Brad Stolberg has come up with 6 principles of the mastery mindset that he believes are key to finding joy and happiness on the journey that is our lives. So we thought that the 3 of us would send you off to the next phase of your life with some advice that we believe is important for your happiness and success in life. And of course, it would not be a graduation ceremony without someone giving you advice, right? So here we go.
One, find your drive from within. Artists, athletes, academics often find drive from within. But there is also other drive, outside drive, what others want for you. We have all been there, working hard, grinding, and chasing goals to please other people, only to find ourselves unsatisfied at the end. Find your drive from within. There are times when you will have to want it for yourself. Dig deep. Use the drive from within. And when you do, outcomes, rewards, and victories will all be rich with meaning. It is important that you regularly think about what you love, think about your work, think about your activities and goals. And as artists, athletes, and academics, you all know that after a tough loss, a low moment, or a great performance, maybe a big win, you should take time, 24 hours, to either celebrate, reflect, evaluate the outcome, but then get right back to work. And when you do this, you'll be demonstrating a strong drive from within. 2, focus on the process. So often we are asked, what are your goals? Did you meet your goals? However, what is most important is the process, the path, and the journey. This is where learning and growth take place. If you did a senior project, you completed the project, you presented to a panel, and you displayed at the expo. You met your goal. However, you know the real learning and the most valuable part of the experience is what takes place during the process of your research, your internship, or your community service. You know the real lessons were learned when you invested your hypothetical life savings and lost 8% of your portfolio. The real learning takes place when you discover that brakes, they're optional on a do-it-yourself go-kart. And most importantly, the formula that you learned that had the most value this year, you discovered by yourself. And it goes like this: French plus physics plus basic carpentry mixed with equal parts play and youthful optimism equals projectiles flying over 200 feet through the air. By only focusing on the goal or outcomes or grade or GPA, you are missing the best part.
So, focus on the process. And when you do, you cease focusing on getting it right, which brings me to offer you our 3rd piece of advice, and that is, don't worry about being the best, worry about being the best at getting better. We will all encounter failures and successes in our lives. It is a part of being human, and it is how we learn and grow. And growing is the goal. We limit ourselves when we focus on the end goal and not on the road that we take to get there. We look at successes and failures as opportunities to get better. It might have been one of Mr. Sull's motivational tweets, or maybe it was a poster hanging outside of Mr. Monbelo's classroom that says, "The expert in anything was once a beginner." Having a mastery mindset allows us to view our failures, and I certainly have had my share to look back on, as only temporary and as an opportunity to forever improve. Don't define who you are based on a single moment in time, a failing grade, a poor performance on the playing field, the entire side of the trebuchet that you made for senior project falling apart, etc. Use those as opportunities from which you can learn and grow, and you will succeed. In fact, I was grateful for this because at the senior exhibition, I was able to use that redesigned trebuchet to launch a weighted ball over the fence and onto the turf. That was pretty cool. Remember that we are all learning and growing and developing. Make the process of getting better who you are. And in the process of getting better, we will all fail at some point. So our fourth piece of advice is embrace failure for gains. Failure is not a bad thing. Failure will be a part of your journey. Katy Perry was dropped from 3 recording labels before making it big. And Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Don't be afraid to fail. Successful people don't see failure. They look at their experiences as opportunities that didn't quite go how they expected. In fact, the most successful people have failed the most. If things don't go as expected, step back, reflect on it, and then make a plan to obtain a different outcome. Embrace those failures. Make those moments opportunities to grow. As athletes, you know that in order for a muscle to grow, you must push it until it becomes stronger. In the process, you might be sore, but your future challenges will become easier and less painful. There will be classes in college that will be hard and challenging, and your professors or bosses or staff sergeants might not be as helpful or understanding as Mr. Desjardins or Mrs. Ryan or Edge. You may not get the grade that you wanted or the job that you had your heart set on, and that's okay. Your brain is a muscle, and it will respond in a way that will allow you to face your next challenge.
The fifth piece of advice, be patient. The path to mastery is hard and requires a lot of time and commitment. We live in a society where novelty and stimulation are sought after. We look for quick fixes. However, life and work are going to be boring at times. Be prepared for it. Ride it out. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Seek out support to help you along your journey, to help you navigate the ups and downs, and to keep moving you forward. And remember, the goal is the journey, and the journey is the goal. Be here now is our sixth piece of advice. Be present with whatever you are doing. Be engaged. Practice mindfulness and gratitude. When pursuing what we are passionate about, we must be all in, committed, make that time sacred. You have learned how to practice mindfulness from many of your teachers, such as Ms. Fabiano, Ms. Hardacre, Ms. Kelleher, and Ms. Glass. Too often, we as a society are not present or engaged in the moment because we are distracted by the beeping and buzzing of our devices. They make us think we are busy and present when in fact we are on autopilot waiting for the next distraction to come along. A mastery mindset requires you to be in the here and the now and engage with what is in front of you. Don't miss out on the opportunities life has to offer because you are looking at your phone. Finally, remember, you have been well prepared at TMHS for your journey. All of your experiences, both inside and outside of the classroom, and the relationships you have created with your teachers, advisors, and coaches have given you the framework for the mastery mindset. Have integrity, be kind, be present, and work hard on your journey. While there are plenty of voices telling you to find your passion, there are hardly any telling you how to be passionate, and this is the real work. Class of 2019, you got this. We believe in you. Go get it and crush it. Congratulations. Every year, we recognize 2 seniors with 2 special awards. The faculty of TMHS nominated and voted to select the 2 winners. It is a tremendous honor to be selected by the entire faculty to receive one of these awards. The 2 awards are the Teacher's Choice Award and the Principal's Award. The Teacher's Choice Award. This award is given annually to a senior nominated and chosen by the faculty who exemplifies the spirit of TMHS. This year's winner is a young woman whose positive attitude and infectious smile brightens up every classroom she enters. She is an outgoing, friendly presence who takes great pride in the school community. Since freshman year, she has been involved in a plethora of activities, including math team, student council, and book buddies. She is a wonderful ambassador for the school and is frequently called upon to give new students and families tours of the building and to assist new students on their first day at TMHS. For years, she was a cheerful voice that we all heard on the morning announcements, telling us to make the most of our day. She is a hard-working student, a friend to many, and a positive, upbeat presence throughout the school. We will sorely miss her inclusive nature and caring personality next year. This year's Teacher's Choice Award winner is Mercy Olu. Principal's Award. This award is given annually to a senior nominated and chosen by the faculty who has exhibited excellence and a strong commitment to academics and extracurricular activities. This year's winner is one of the most accomplished and well-respected students in this high-achieving class. She is someone who has made a difference in the lives of many through her involvement in community service, whether working on the new elementary school project, encouraging her peers to vote at town meeting, or volunteering at the town library. Her dedication to public service is unmatched. Self-motivated, compassionate, and genuinely kind in all of her interactions, she exemplifies the best of what TMHS has to offer. We, as a faculty, are keenly aware of and impressed by not only her accomplishments as a student here, but by the immense potential we see in her as a leader and citizen of the world. This year's Principal Award goes to Rosalynn Damping.
The student essays were selected by a faculty committee to present to you this evening. It is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Janine Richardson, to read her graduation essay.
This past March, I had the fortunate opportunity to talk about the light of learning at the National Honor Society inductee ceremony. Tonight, I would like to continue on with the topic of learning, more specifically, what high school has taught me and the rest of the class of 2019. These past 4 years hold some of the best memories as well as valuable lessons. Freshman year, we learned how to rise at TMHS by watching a drone be flown to the gymnasium ceiling. We also figured out that batteries being thrown at the freshmen at pep rally was only a rumor. Speaking of pep rally, we also figured out the hard way that we were supposed to have our section decorated. With that being said, I can happily say that mistake was never made again. Sophomore year, the year where we were no longer a freshman and we finally figured our way around school, we also learned that at the toughest of times, proved that we were more closer than we actually thought. That there's always someone, despite what club or friend group they belong to, around every corner to lend a helping hand, to say it will be okay when all hope is gone. Junior year is the year our coffee addictions got so bad that administration decided to enforce a rule about arriving late with a delightful beverage. I don't know about you, but I went to some extremes to sneak that baby in. Individually, we learned that with a driver's license, there is a new sense of independence, and there is nothing more prideful than the sound of your keys swaying back and forth, hitting your thigh as you walk to your car. Or in some cases, you were the one walking next to that person with the shiny keys. Senior year, we faced the harsh realities of senioritis. As our grades went down, our stress went up, for we had college and scholarship applications, Army physicals, and AP testing. I bet some of us are even wondering how and why they are sitting here today. But hey, you made it, and you're here for a reason. Not only did we learn how to help search for Miss Hardacre's beloved food processor, but we figured out how to show our school spirit 110%. We already knew that our sports teams were pretty good, but this year we thrived. The football team put their hearts out on the field at Gillette. And the Red Rangers won their version of the Stanley Cup. Throughout all 4 years, the teachers and the rest of the staff had taught us some pretty awesome things. We learned that A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and then mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. We learned where the ducks go and that a petty telegraph can start a world war. But there is so much more. Guidance counselors not only help us with life choices such as college or career paths, they prove that mental illness is not a personal failure. Teachers teach us not to chase our dreams, but to catch them. We learn that teachers are not being hard on us because they feel like it, because they saw the potential that we don't see in the mirror. Why else would they arrive earlier in the morning or stay later in the afternoon to make sure a student makes up that test to help them pass for the quarter? And for all of that, I would like to say thank you for your hard work and dedication. Out of everything, the most important thing I have learned is that every single one of us deserves to live a happy life. A wonderful man named Paul Brandt once said, "Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon." So go out there and work the job your heart desires. Go out there and travel the world. Go out there and turn your dreams into reality. In other words, build that school in Africa. Write New York Times best-selling novel. Cure cancer, star in a Broadway show, become the President of the United States. Or simply live spontaneous and go to the beach at midnight just to listen to the waves crash against the shore. High school has taught us some key lessons in life, and there are still many more to come. I can already tell that the class of 2019 is going to move mountains, and I cannot wait to see what we all accomplish. So go out there and be remarkable. This one's for you, Mercy. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Thank you.
It is also my pleasure to introduce our second speaker, Joseph Schifano, to read his graduation essay.
I hope everyone bought sunglasses. I just started to use white strips. I guess I'll just start by introducing myself. My name is Joey, and, well, we went to high school together. The process of getting to this point was no easy feat. I knew my parents' donations to the University of Southern California was not going to be enough. So I had to grind like everyone here to get to this point. On a lighter note, I just want to ask you to please laugh. To the nervous moms on the verge of laughing or crying, laugh. This is a ceremony that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives, and it's all thanks to the people in the room today. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this essay was actually very difficult to write, and it's all thanks to the people in the room today. Oh. Sorry. This essay was very difficult to write. Narcissism took over my rough drafts, and this was by far the thinnest I spread myself in all of high school, trying not just to please my teachers anymore, but my classmates and their guests, along with administration. 1,744 days ago, we started our journey at this new school. Our freshman year, we passed through those front doors that used to stay open when you hit the handicap button, and walked along the halls with the older kids that knew the school better than any of us. It may have been new, but we took on the challenge and followed our 4-block schedules. We have sat through over 2,000 lectures here. One really stuck with me. Mr. Burns criticized all of us for being the same person, that all of us were following the footsteps that people told us we must fulfill to be successful. And we were all stumped when he asked us, what makes you unique from your peers? To be honest, freshman year, we were all phony replicas of each other, trying to chase internet fame. Now, Mr. Burns criticized us on our phoniness. And although at first I took it as a personal attack, I began to realize that we must discover ourselves and pursue interests that make us into the quirky people that we are. I do not believe that I was the only one that took his advice, but I think it inspired us tiny freshmen to change. Whether we may have realized it or not, change was a big deal for us. Through relationships with our peers and educators, we have discovered ourselves further. And I think through these lessons we learn are who we become. How can someone become something that they are not already? I think this is the reason all of us are here today. Everyone may not have necessarily cared if they took AP classes or even received a diploma, but everyone here wanted to go to school to do something. Whether that to be to stand up for something we believe in or volunteer to help tutor students, we're all here to change ourselves. Now you're probably wondering, why am I focused on telling my fellow graduates to change? We are 17, 18, or 19 years old. 4 of us are commended students placing among the top 1% in the country on the SAT. Still, we must keep looking forward. To make a profound difference and to discover who each of us really is to keep listening and to keep making decisions. Although we may have had the fewest amount of snow days for like any senior class in New England, I think our class has made it through a lot. I have made it through the college admissions process. All of us have made it through the college admissions process. We have all made it through tests and quizzes. We have made it through Ms. Hardacre's research paper. We have got new cars after accidents because of freshmen randomly crossing the street. And with that, I hope we, and by we I mean the parents paying for our insurance, are able to afford our coverage for the next month. But more, that we face all of our future obstacles with every ounce of energy we have. Our lives are about to change drastically. The reality is, the real world will hit us sooner than later. Now, whatever you're doing, going to college, joining the armed forces, or seeking employment, you can be satisfied today, but you cannot be satisfied with tomorrow. Through these 4 years, I learned that I am far from perfect. But what is more important is that I kept working on myself. I learned to listen in the classroom, to lead as a captain, and to smile even when I'm sad. The ability to listen, lead, and laugh will bring you a long way. So I say change. Understand that where you want to be has little to do with where you are right now. Do not leave this gymnasium the same person. Take one more step, becoming the person you were supposed to be. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Start by being you. I can't wait to see everyone in 10 years at the reunion, and thank you.
is my pleasure to introduce our final distinguished speaker, Rosalynn Damping, to read her graduation essay.
When I was a little girl, I used to wake up at 6:30 every morning to watch rerun episodes of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on PBS. Its host, Mr. Fred Rogers, has been known for generations as one of the world's foremost advocates for spreading love and kindness through his simple lessons and profound words. When he died in 2003, a collection of his quotes was published in a little red book called The World According to Mr. Rogers. On this day, one quote stands out to me. He said, "My hope for all of us is that in all the endings of our life, we will be able to see the new beginnings." For years, millions of children, including many of the adults in this room, tuned in as Mr. Rogers imparted decades worth of wisdom. He outlined his playbook for being a good neighbor. Be kind, confront your feelings, stand up and speak out for what you believe in. You are special and you are loved, not because you have ever done anything sensational, but because you are you. Throughout his career, critics challenged Mr. Rogers' philosophy. They accused him of raising a soft generation full of entitled young people who believed they were special. To this day, we look at each other with a similar doubt, wondering if any of us has an interest in anything beyond ourselves. Yet, I ask how this can be true when the members of this class have provided irrefutable evidence to the contrary. The members of this class have quietly given so much of themselves to the community during our 4 years. Through innumerable selfless acts, they have improved the lives of their neighbors and made our community stronger. Here at TMHS, we have students who feed the hungry, teach swim safety skills to children, and organize holiday gift drives. They clean trash off our streets, coach youth sports teams, and share their passion for art and music with people of all ages. They give a part of themselves to the community as they help others rise up and shine. We have students who work extra shifts on nights and weekends to help support their families. Students who babysit their siblings after school. Students who maintain their academics while shouldering great responsibility. They unflinchingly make enormous sacrifices for the people they love. We have students who make it a point to know the names and faces of classmates in all grades and to greet them daily with a smile in the halls and the cafeteria and the library. These students look after their peers in times of worry and can lighten the weight of the world that sits on them with a quiet word of kindness or a really, really bad pun. Every day, they remind us that someone has us in their thoughts, that someone is watching our back, that we are worthy of love. So again, I ask, how can there be no hope for the future when the future has been so ready to reach out a hand to lift their neighbors up? No matter what any cynic says, we are leading with love in this community. In the face of doubt and toxicity and hurt, my hope for this class is that we will continue to make kindness a priority in our adult lives. Now, at the end of our time at TMHS, we are filled with joy and hope as we stand on the precipice of a new beginning. I believe that each and every one of us has the capacity to do great things, not just for ourselves, but for our families, our communities, and the generations that will follow us. Today, more than ever, we need to be change makers for a more positive world, built on love for one another, fortified with mutual respect, and cemented with selflessness. The steps we take don't have to be big. They just need to take us in the right direction. As Mr. Rogers said, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. And the third way is to be kind. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite Christopher Mitchell, class president, to the stage.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. We've been waiting 4 years for this day, so we know how you feel. My name is Chris Mitchell. I'm the senior class president, and I'm here to tell you about our senior gift. We've decided as a council to donate the remainder of our class funds to the raised bed vegetable garden in the back courtyard. Exciting, I know. The garden was started in 2015 and is run by science teacher Janet Gordon. Mrs. Gordon and her environmental science class plant vegetables and measure nutrient levels in the soil through the school year, and the students in the life skills program harvest the produce in the summer. Much of the food that is grown is donated to the Tewksbury Community Pantry. Through the garden, students are able to learn about sustainable growing and food insecurity. We are so proud to be able to continue this mission by supporting the garden through the purchase of new tools and supplies so it can continue growing success. Wow.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce Mr. Michael Hancock as a faculty speaker for the class of 2019. Mr. Hancock was selected by the class of 2019 to speak this evening. Mr. Hancock is a science teacher at TMHS.
Friends and family, teachers, parents, administrators, and most of all, graduates. Tonight we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2019. When I was first asked to speak, I was hesitant, since I've only known you all for a short time. Since I started teaching in Tewksbury, the students have made me feel truly welcome each and every day. I am honored that the graduates asked me to give this address. Tonight I will share with you small pieces of advice, general thoughts, and my hopes for you all in the future. Thank you. First, I have a few specific comments and words of wisdom. Jenna Wentworth. You cried in physics class more times than I would have believed possible. But tonight especially, I wish you nothing but happy tears. Grace Morris. Whenever you decide to run for office, know that you'll have my vote. Alex and Kendall. You can audit classes in college, and you won't need to turn in any work. But please make that choice at the beginning of the semester, not halfway through. Colton and Casey, when you've found a company, which you inevitably will, please give me the option to buy a few shares. My retirement could use it. The next two, it's especially pertinent since they just received awards. Mercy and Rosalynn, I never taught you as students, but your impact is felt by every member of this community. Please continue to be as involved and enthusiastic in everything that you do in the future. Aklilu Aaron, I look forward to hearing your Nobel acceptance speech for a cold fusion reactor design. Katie Monahan, if you treat everything you do like it's going to get you out of taking a physics final, you're going to do great. Olivia and Bella, your friendship is an inspiration. You've supported each other, laughed together, struggled together, and worked together. We'd all be lucky to find a friend who we could count on the way you two count on each other. Matthew Pelletier. Every professional engineer I know thought their physics courses were really difficult. Keep at it, you're doing great. Sam Regan. I think it's for you. Did you leave your refrigerator running by any chance? You better catch it. Jade and Grace, thank you so much for making an awesome mural for outside of my classroom. It looks beautiful. To the entire class of 2019, please don't line up at the auditorium exit 5 minutes before your college lectures end. Your professors will find it off-putting. Finally, in any communal shower, be sure to wear flip-flops. Your feet will thank you. In moving on from high school, many of you are about to undergo a harsh realization. You're no longer going to be able to get by just by being smart. You're going to be around people at least as intelligent as you are. Only your dedication, hard work, only your dedication and hard work will ensure that you're going to succeed. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path, unless you're lost in the woods, and then it's okay to follow someone else's path. After tonight, you'll go on to college, into the workforce, and into military service. Take with you the best traits of the Tewksbury community, the openness, the integrity, and the hard work that you demonstrated throughout high school will be valued no matter where you go and what you do. Continue to grow as learners while making your impact felt in every aspect of public life. Class of 2019, thank you, and good luck.
I would like to invite Victoria Shilley, Junior Class President, to the stage so I may... Please give a warm welcome to the TMHS course under the direction of Miss Heather Ware and conducted by Connor J. Mangan as they perform The Future We Foresee.
Ancestry.
please welcome Shannon Demos of the Tewksbury School Committee to the podium to begin the presentation of diplomas.
Graduates, as you leave here tonight, always remember to be proud of who you are, do what you love, go where your hearts lead you, and be kind to others. As Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Superintendent Malone and Principal Vogel, I present you the class of 2019 for the conferring of the diplomas. They have successfully completed all requirements set forth by the faculty and administration of Tewksbury Memorial High School and the Tewksbury School Committee.
It's done.
Lynn D. Simone. Aklilu Temesgen Aaron. Ryan Srinivasa Bennett. Christopher James Mitchell. Justina Marie McNeil. Grace Connor Morris. Rosalynn Damping. Janine Susan Richardson. Joseph Rosario Shafano. Sarah Aldahabi. Matthew Edward Allen. Amberly Francis Arsenal. Michael Joseph Arsenal. Olivia Gray Saxon. David Chaz Asnavorian. Joseph Louis Balboni. Jack Lionel Benoit. Alton John Beret. Madeline Kate Berry. Jacob Nichols Betancourt. Isabella Grace Baloon. Benjamin William Buren. Christopher John Blimberg. Bianca Bongiorno. Chad Anthony Baschetti. Sarah Marie Boudreau. Anna Louise Brissette. Connor James Springflow. Katrina Elizabeth Broder. Elizabeth Morgan Brown. Bridget Catherine Burgoyne. Alana Jolie Burns. Kyle William Burris. Amber Elizabeth Butaro. Jonathan Coelho Cabral. Matthew William Cahill. Sophia Francesca Calandrello. Hallie Lynn Carciafi. Jessica Lynn Corredio. Bailey Jordan Carew. Julie Lynn Carlisle. Kevin Michael Carroll. Robert Francis Casey. Felicia Lynn Chandler. William Stephen Chaput. Merlin Newton Charlton. Meredith Allison Chase. Emily Elizabeth Camella. Ariana Maria Ciancio. Amanda Jean Clark. Nicole Marie Kofer. Caitlin Mary Connealy. James Lewis Conley. Mae Brian Costigan. Sarah Michelle Cody. David Allen Krisky. Brian Joseph Crowley. Amberly Cullinan. Carolyn Eve Curley. Sophia Rose DeMatos. Isabella Francesca DeRoche. Jacob Thomas Dillon. Kendall Lynn Donahoe. Matthew Arthur Donahoe. Marissa Ann Donovan. Matthew Allen Dugan. Patrick Andrew Dunn. Stephen James Duquette. Mira Miriam El Hakim. Sophia Malika El Hakim. Christian Richard Urbetta. Lauren Nicole Eslin. Elizabeth Anna Ezekiel. Shannon Kelly Farias. Andrew Joseph Ferreira. Ronald John Florino. Emily Ruth Foley. Justine Noel Forty. Andrew Thomas Froyo. Benjamin James Froman. Matthew Nicholas Frondudo. Isabella Rose Frost. Lucas Montez Frost. Riley Matthew Frost. Brooke Teresa Fullerton. Madison Ann Gallant. Elizabeth Barry Galella. Erin Barry Galella. Cameron Christopher Gannon. Jacob William Garland. Andrew Joseph Gath. Matthew Robert Georgopoulos. William Eric Glidden. Julia Mildred Jaimo. Rebecca Marie Giles. Joshua Bernard Gill. Jade Taylor Gizzy. Lucas John Gondola. Cameron Christopher Grace. Derek Paul Graffio. Kyle Anthony Grant. Cassidy Emma Grunning. Jacqueline Henry Harrington. Grace Catherine Higgins. Alexis Marie Hillis. Alexander John Hills. Olivia Marie Houghton. Vincent Walter Hume. Stephanie Antoine Jean-Baptiste. Helen Inez Johnson. Miranda Rebecca Johnson. Brenna Elizabeth Kaiser. Callie Ann Kavanaugh. Jonathan Michael Keefe. John Anthony Kelly. Jane Ann Kirby. Hannah Rose Canoops. Joshua Opong Kufo. Michael James Labriola III. Marissa Nicole Ladderbush. Elizabeth Vong Lam. Nicholas John Larson. Cheryl Linnea. Justin Joseph Lester. Francesca Sarah Lagati. Kyle Joseph Lombardo. Joseph Philip Lotto. Travis David McMurdo. Haley Melissa Mahoney. Jonathan Barry Mahoney. Not here. Rachel Lynn Mahoney. Connor John Mangan. Antonio Michael Manetta. Kyle Jason Morocco. Julia Jean Masota. Sydney Matai. Lauren Denise McIntyre. Sean Robert McMahon. Sarah Joy McQuaid. Brandon Aaron Mello. Shane Michael Mercury. Anthony John Miano. Haley Renee Mignon. David Paul Miller. Catherine Therese Monahan. Emily Ann Morabito. Daniel Philip Matolo. Abigail Lee Nogler. Marina Amber Nelson. Sansan Hong Wen. Tantan Wen. Connor James Nugent. Matthew David O'Brien. Laura Nicole O'Donnell. Ryan Michael O'Leary. Christopher James O'Neill. Devin Michael Oliveri. Mercy Lee Olu. Adam Scott Pacheco. Parcel Anil Patel. Brandon Lawrence Peters. Joshua Matthew Papa. Allison Lynn Pellegrino. Matthew Philip Pelletier. Matthew James Perrin. Justin Michael Petty. Silhao Fala. Brandon Danglong Bam. Michael Stowe Palomino. Hayden Declan Pontes. Sabrina Nicole Pontes. Brandon Eric Cote. Jessica Marie Petito. Trinity Teresa Prescott. Daryl Zing Kwek. Giovanni David Quintal. Samantha Kelly Regan. Faith Renee Rocco. Brennan Lawrence Rogers. Alexia Marie Rodriguez. Brandon Richard Rosa. Michael Garrity Rosenberg. Kyle Porter Bazzetti. Colton Logan Roosh. Paul Allen Russell. Casey Nicholas Bryan. Samantha Marie Salvaggio. Joshua Ethan Sanders. Kara Ann Sands. Christine Marie Santos. Abigail Abdallah Saraf. Gabriella Abdallah Saraf. Nathan Joseph Scanlon. Isabella Marie Schmidt. Derek Scott Shoemaker. Emma Rose Scopa. Aaron Jude Scott. essay. Cameron Whaling Smith. Owen William Smith. Ryan Michael Smith. Sylvia Grace Sardillo. Alexander Joseph Sousa. Sarah Mary Staskowitz. Julia Marie Strickler. John Shrew. Anthony Joseph Von Sullivan. Eric Joseph Talbot. Brandon Tang. Katrina Alexis Terrio. Robert John Toland. Matthew Wayne Toppy Jr. Trace Andrew Trant. Zachary Joseph Tyler. Kevin Shea Beats. Franklin Jonathan Velasquez Aguilar. Lacey Elizabeth Bentry. Javier Adolfo Valeda. Brianna Aaron Walker. Derek Tyler Wallace. Kendra Elizabeth Waugh. Zachary Lawrence Weeks. Megan Taylor Welch. Jenna Christine Wentworth. Sean Patrick Welton. Emma Rose White. Colby Douglas Wilson. Caitlin May Wallachai. Evan James Wood. Thomas Kenneth Wright. Jake Anthony Rogel. Ryan Zenak. Kyle Pita Service.
I present to you the graduates of the class of 2019. Ryan Bennett and Chris Mitchell to come up and do the transfer of the tassel. I would just ask that everyone remain seated as the faculty and the graduates recess to the courtyard in the front of the school. So Ryan and Chris, why don't you come on up?
Class of 2019, transfer your tassel from right to left.
Let's go!